follow when we let our guard down. That's right, we're talking about the sin of David, the man after God's own heart who fell from grace in a spectacular fashion. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me ask you this. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you knew something was wrong, but you did it anyway? Maybe it was a little white lie, or perhaps it was something more serious. Well, buckle up, because David's story is about to show us just how quickly things can spiral out of control when we give in to temptation. Picture this. It's springtime in ancient Israel, and while kings are usually out leading their armies into battle, David decides to take a little staycation in Jerusalem. He is chillin' on his rooftop one evening when he spots a beautiful woman bathing on a nearby roof. Now, instead of looking away like a gentleman, David's curiosity gets the better of him. He asks around and finds out that this stunner is Bathsheba, the wife of Uriah the Hittite, one of his loyal soldiers. Here's where things start to go south, folks. David, in all his kingly power, sends for Bathsheba and, well, let's just say they get to know each other in the biblical sense. It's a classic case of abuse of power, and it doesn't end there. Nope. This one-night stand turns into a full-blown crisis when Bathsheba sends word to David that she's pregnant. Now, David's got a real problem on his hands. He's committed adultery, and there's a baby on the way to prove it. So, what does he do? Does he own up to his mistake? Confess to Uriah? Nah, he decides to cover it up. He calls Uriah back from the battlefield, thinking if he can get him to spend the night with his wife, he can pass off the baby as Uriah's. But here's the twist. Uriah is such a loyal soldier that he refuses to enjoy the comforts of home while his fellow soldiers are out fighting. Talk about integrity. This throws a wrench in David's plan, and he gets desperate. In a move that would make any villain proud, David sends Uriah back to the front lines with sealed orders for the commander. These orders put Uriah in the thick of the battle and then pull back, leaving him to die. It's a cold-blooded move, folks. Uriah, the faithful soldier, is killed in battle, and David thinks he's in the clear. He waits for Bathsheba to finish mourning, then brings her to the palace as his wife. Problem solved, right? Wrong. See, here's the thing about sin. It might feel like you've gotten away with it, but there's always a price to pay. God sees everything, and he's not happy with David's actions. He sends the prophet Nathan to confront David, and this is where things get really interesting. Nathan doesn't just walk